guys, I am Ramona Chapman. I have with me Justin Rocheleau and Conner Orth, and today we are going to discuss any and all things insurance. Today we have our favorite insurance agent, Conner Orth, with us. Conner, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, let's see. Well, my name is Conner Orth. I am the owner of Brightway Insurance, the rock agency. I have about 2 years of experience. I have enjoyed helping out clients all throughout Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas with their insurance.
Multi-state.
Multi-state, yeah. What do you want to know?
Big things.
What do you guys want to know?
Hey, we want to know all the things.
All the things.
All the things. Why? Let's just start with what is homeowners insurance?
Homeowners insurance is something that you're required to have per your lender. Obviously, if the bank is loaning money on a house, they want to make sure that if something happens to the house, they're going to get their money back and you'll have a house at the end of it. So basically, if something happens, a fire, tornado, something like that, house gets ripped away, gets burnt up, you're going to be, covered under your home insurance. Hopefully you talk to your agent, know what you're working with there. But it's just to replace the house, basically.
Houses do tend to get blown away in Kansas.
They do.
I think they made a movie about that.
They definitely did.
Might have.
Maybe?
You can't see my heels clicking. You can hear them, though.
Okay, so with homeowners insurance, I guess how or why, well, let me just bring it down. I have a lot of clients that are like, well, why do I need homeowner? Like, is this optional? Can I not have it? Why do I really need it? Am I ever going to use it? What would you say?
So I get lots of those questions too, and I get people that confuse homeowners insurance with mortgage insurance or other things as well. Homeowner insurance is required for your house because if something happens to your house, the lender that gave you money for the house wants to make sure they're getting money back. Basically, just like with a car, if you have a loan on your car, then you have to have that, you have to have a full coverage to make sure that you are, meeting the requirements of the bank. Same thing for a mortgage. The lender needs to have that guarantee that you're going to have the house repaid.
So a question that we get a lot is, does homeowner insurance, does it protect the homeowner or does it protect the bank?
Great question.
That's a good question. So in my opinion, it protects everyone involved, but ultimately it protects the bank's interest in your asset, which is your home, is I think the short answer.
Okay. And what does it really look like when, when someone gets a quote? Like, where are they at in the process? What are some big points that they need to make sure that they are listening for, making sure they're getting the right coverage for?
I would say the sooner the better. Almost every company has an early quote discount. So if you want the best pricing available, if you are a last minute shopper, you're not getting the best prices available. So that's the first thing. I think the sooner the better. It's important to be able to talk with your agent or a couple agents potentially to get the best options available. So just like you two are brokers, I'm a broker as well. So what I always tell my clients is I'm going to find the best price and best options for all of your insurance needs now and in 2 years and 5 years and 10 years and 20 years from now as well. Insurance isn't the most fun thing to talk about by any stretch. So getting someone you can trust, you can rely on, you can, if you're going to make that phone call to Conner, he's going to answer, he's going to take care of whatever that situation may be. And also you don't have to go through your whole life story again with someone new. We already have the information. All I have to do is reshop the market and say, okay, you were with XYZ company. Now YXZ company is the best option for you. And it's a pretty smooth transition that way.
I've heard YXZ company is actually really, really good. So
not quite as good as XYZ, but a close second.
Hey, situations are
situational.
Absolutely. So he's new here. Forgive him. So maybe in episode 2 or 3 when we're talking about homeowners insurance, maybe we'll maybe he'll pick up the Bible, get back on it.
Give him a break.
But Conner, can you touch quickly on what are some of the required coverages that every policy is going to have, and what are some of those maybe quote unquote extra policies or coverages that maybe your clients can add that could benefit them?
Okay, so for homeowners insurance, obviously you have the dwelling coverage, the coverage for the house. A part of that would be the other structures, which is like, your detached garage, your shed, your fence on the property. Third aspect would be your personal liability. That is going to be basically to protect you in a lawsuit, pretty much. You have medical payments. That's another big component to that. That kind of goes hand in hand with the liability portion. You also have your personal property coverage. That's all of the stuff that's inside the house. It's yours. Stuff you put in the moving van. Besides that, those are that's kind of the meat and potatoes of the policy.
So those are all required.
All required, yes. And so everyone says, how can I change these? You can't change them. It's set in stone. It comes as part of the package deal with those things. The extras or the endorsements or the add-ons are the things that are just like they're called add-ons, extras. You don't have to have them, but it's always nice to kind of, make it a more robust policy. So a couple of my favorites would be service line coverage. That's probably my favorite. You get those people that say, what happens if a tree root grows through my sewage line, pokes a hole in my sewage line?
It'd be a crappy situation.
How are you gonna take my joke before I?
I know. I thought he was.
You're gonna beat me to the punchline. A crappy situation. That's a big one that's covered. One that's very important is making sure that all of your stuff is replacement cost. Most people don't know there's a difference between replacement costs and the alternative, which is called actual cash value. Basically, actual cash value gives you a depreciated amount for those items. And if you have to go out and pay a full dollar, why would I give you a depreciated amount for your things today? Another good option for your homeowner's insurance policy would be if your wife has a wedding ring to cover, if you have lots of guns at home to cover. There are some specific things in the category of personal property that's only covered up to a certain limit. So even though most people say, I have plenty of personal property coverage in my policy, if you look at kind of the fine print, some of those things, like I mentioned, jewelry, guns, sports cards, art collectible, things like that are, capped at a certain amount.
Legos?
And
Only if it's like a vintage Star Wars original Lego set, maybe.
I'm more of a Star Trek guy.
Definitely not them.
Well, thanks guys for listening in on our insurance video. I think this is going to be episode 1. We might have another episode for you, so stay tuned. But thank you so much, Connor. If you guys, wherever you are, please make sure that along with getting the absolute best mortgage broker in your area, make sure that you get someone as cool as Connor and get the best insurance broker as well. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. Please make sure to
like, comment, subscribe.
Sweet. Thanks,
Bang.
guys.